All right, we're going to be discussing today unmarried father's rights in the state of Utah. Now, it's really important that if you believe that you have a child, or you know that you have a child and you have not been married to the woman, the mom of the child, then you need to do everything in your power to secure a relationship with your child if you want to have a relationship with your child in the future. Utah law is pretty clear that if you do not register with the putative father registry in the state of Utah or file what we call a paternity action right away, it's very likely that the mom can either put the child up for adoption or have someone else determined to be the father of the child. And once that's done legally, it becomes extremely difficult and then later impossible for you to exercise your rights in that type of a situation. So let me just go over some of the things that you need to do. Essentially, you have to demonstrate that you're committed to raising this child, okay? And to be quite frank, if you can do it before the child is born, it's even better, because the law presumes that if you're the father of a child, even if you're unmarried, you must contribute to the costs and the expenses of childbirth, okay? Now, it doesn't mean you need to pay for the whole thing, but it does mean that you have to contribute, okay, as far as your ability allows you to contribute. All right, you also need to commence, as I stated earlier, by registering with the putative father registry with the Utah Department of Health, okay? You also need to sign an affidavit under Utah Code Section 78B-6-121 subsection 3 that says that you're willing to assume full custody of the child. And then, after the child is born, you need to immediately file a petition for custody, determination of paternity, and a determination of child support. Regardless of whether you have a joint custody situation with the child, regardless of whether you have a sole custody situation where the mom has the child the majority of the time and you simply have some parent time with the child, on every other weekend or one night a week or something of that nature pursuant to the Utah Code, it's very important that you start out doing this because if you don't, you will lose the ability to do it later. The longer you sit on your rights, the quicker those rights will go away. The way that the courts will help you is if you exercise your rights early and you exercise them quickly. So before even, if the mother of the child, refuses to give you a joint custody situation from the get-go, consider, and you don't want to go to court, consider doing everything that you can, sending emails, text messages, showing that you want to have a relationship with the child. Of course, the only way to establish these rights is by going through court. Even if you're listed on the birth certificate, if you're listed on the birth certificate, that's great. That is evidence that you are the father. However, because you're unmarried, you need to go through court to establish paternity and get a scheduling order set up and things of that nature. So if you have other questions, other concerns about your rights as an unmarried father, give our office a call because that's what we focus on. That's what we do. Our telephone number, 801-676-7309. We look forward to helping you with your paternity case. Thanks.